Wcxo, Carlisle.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Weidman Ford studio on a Saturday. Coming up today, a lot of Diamond Chat. First with Mater Dei baseball coach Travis Gepke. Later on, softball, the Carlisle Lady Indians, the softball coach Jay Wellen. And finally, we round up Germantown Reds manager. Yep, some more CCL talk. Rick Sherman is on the horn from G-Town. Plus, as always, we have the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. And today you can cap a $15 gift certificate to the Blue Room in New Minden. But right now it's time for Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body. Located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your ride needs a new life, see Hoffman Auto Body. We'll begin with fishing. Once a year that happens. Of course, Al Crocker, he's going to be with us Monday again to wrap this whole thing up. He was with us last Monday. We're all in on the IHSA State Bass Fishing Tournament at Carlisle Lake. It's underway. Round 1 is in the books. Rochelle lapped the field through the Friday. Pinckneyville and Antioch are second and third. Highland is 15th. The Centralia Orphans are 25th. Stillman Valley's Pierce Narr had the catch of the day at almost 5 pounds. That's a chunker. The Central Cougars play for the Class 2A Mater Dei Regional Softball Championship today. They battle Newton for the crown. It was scheduled for 11 o'clock, according to multiple, that's at least 2, right? Twitter reports, more than that, actually. First pitch will be at 4 o'clock now this afternoon, 4 o'clock today at Breeze MD. And, of course, congrats to the state qualifiers in track and field. It seems our area is pretty well represented. The Cardinals won at Busch last night after they and the Phillies survived a delay. Jose Martinez homered among 4 hits and drove in 5 as the Cardinals routed Philadelphia 12-4. Those are the Phillies I expected to see this year, but so far. Francisco Pena also homered, and he singled and doubled as well. The Redbirds pounded out a season high 15 hits. Michael Waka, now 5-1, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings. He struck out 8 and walked 2, and that was his 50th career win. I suppose that's kind of a... I'm sorry I even read that. Can't we wait till at least 100? Jake Arrieta was bad, although, wow, the defense wasn't exactly sparkling there. The Cardinals, let's see, Thursday. You know, Luke Weaver, he should still be pitching. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. So, of course, let's get him out of there. And they lost 6-2. The Birds and Phillies play Game 3 of their series today with John Gant opposing Zach Eflin for a time. Why do they even name starters anymore? Oh, man, the DL. The Cardinals placed Paul DeYoung on the 10-day DL yesterday, a day after the shortstop's left hand was fractured when he was hit by a pitch thrown by Luis Garcia. He was the only, I didn't think he had missed any. He was the only Redbirds player to have appeared in all 41 games. He's hitting .260 with 8 homers and 19 RBIs. Of course, he's going to go well beyond that 10 days. He had surgery yesterday afternoon, and he'll likely miss several weeks, as in 6, 7, or 8. It's the words I'm saying around. Adam Wainwright, he's been extended from the 10-day to the 60-day DL. Will we? Actually, my bet is we will see him pitch again, whether he should or not. That's just the way it's going to work out. And if they're in the thick of things, hey, if he can't help you win, goodbye. Carlos Martinez, he's still out. When will he come back? And now Carson Kelly is on the shelf. Everybody's taking a rest. It's not pretty. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, last night the Cubs shattered Cincy 8-1. Lester rolled up 8 Ks in his 4th victory. San Diego nipped Pitt 3-2 at PNC. Eric Hosmer had 2 doubles and scored the go-ahead run. Still like that guy. Jacob deGrom whiffed 13 in only 6 innings. Actually, that's about average on the year, right? Two per inning. The strikeouts for pitchers have become pretty meaningless. In the American League, the White Sox were blasted by Texas 12-5. Chu belted a slam for the Rangers. Baltimore, they snapped a 13-game road losing streak as they shelved Boston, of all teams, 7-4. Alex Cobb got his first win of the season. Charlie Morton is now 6-0 with the Stros, and add to that a 1.94 earned run average. I like this old school. KC beat the Yanks 5-2. Whit Merrifield had 3 hits and 3 steals. In interleague play, it was Milwaukee. The Brew Crew bounced Minnesota 8-3. Aguilar connected twice for the Brewers. The Red Sox still have 30 wins despite that setback last night. 6 or 7 teams I was reading the other day. This changes. That's why they call it on pace. But 6 or 7 are on pace to lose 100 games. There's a bad. Robinson Cano's positive test for a banned substance and subsequent 80-game suspension came as no surprise to one of his former Yankees mates, as in Mark Teixeira. Yankees GM Brian Cashman all but noted those same thoughts. Yeah, let's see. Cano's going to lose 80 games and about $12 million. The Mariners are going to lose a good player. They should be really, really upset, to say the least. But no, at least publicly, no. We're backing. We're supporting this guy. Yes, sure they are. Oh my goodness! In the NHL, the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Golden Knights are a win away from the Stanley Cup Finals. They iced the Jets 3-2 last night for a 3-1 series lead. They are in Winnipeg tomorrow. Riley Smith scored the game winner. Fleury with 35 shots. The odds were 500-1 against the Vegas Golden Knights, earning a berth in the Stanley Cup Finals, and why not? It's Tampa and the Caps tonight. That series tied at 2. The Blues' Jaden Schwartz got hurt again. This time he suffered a right shoulder injury in those crazy World Games. The NBA playoffs resume tonight with Boston and Cleveland. At Cleveland, the Celts. Yeah, the C's are up 2-11. Tomorrow it's Golden State and Houston. Out west, sorry Becky Hammond, but Mike Budenholzer is the new coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Mizzou's Michael Porter Jr. He's Mike cocky, huh? I'm the best player in the draft, bar none. Justify will face 4 fresh horses in the Preakness today. It's the second leg of the Triple Crown at 520. He goes off at 1-2. 1-2 odds. There are just 8 horses in this field. You do like his chances. The Belmont's going to be lousy again. Mark Leishman leads the AT&T. Byron Nelson, well, it usually is if you don't have a horse with those 2 wins bagged already. NG Chun tops the Kingsmill Championship. That's why the Derby is always the best. And Sowers and Jimenez share the lead at the region's tradition. NASCAR strides to the corner of Charlotte this evening at about 5 o'clock. Place your bets. Well, maybe. We'll see how the states react. You know Illinois will have it. You know Illinois will vote for sports gambling. That Scores and Stuff brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located 7 miles north of Carlisle. That's it. Easy to find right along 127 here. If your car or truck needs major or minor repairs, it's going to happen at some point. Check them out. Hoffman Auto Body. We shall return in a flash with Travis Gepke, Jay Wellen, Rick Sherman, and trivia. Sticking around. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkins has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkins because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
What? Is this real? Hey, yo, sir. Do you know what I'm about to pay for gasoline?
With the Fuel Rewards Network program, you won't believe how much less you can pay for your fill-up at participating Shell stations.
Look at that.
Just shop through fuelrewards.com and dine at participating restaurants to earn rewards. Then use your Fuel Rewards Network card at Shell and save. Want to pay less for fuel? Sign up free at fuelrewards.com. Restrictions apply. Limit 20 gallons per purchase per vehicle. For information on rewards expiration and other details, see fuelrewards.com.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today, 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio on this Saturday morning. Let's touch base with the H&H Computer Services guest line for Modern Day Knights baseball coach Travis Gepke. Travis, welcome back.
Hey, good morning, Rip. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing just fine. And let's see, before we go, you're part of the ground crew over there at Breeze, getting that diamond ready, right, for softball and the regional championship today.
Yes, sir. We are trying to get this sucker ready to go for a 4 o'clock start, and it is wet, but we will be good to go.
Okay, no helicopters needed or anything like that.
No, I was willing to try some of those crazy measures, but I guess nobody's on board with letting me get too crazy.
Well, yours is in the shop, isn't it?
Yeah, my personal helicopter's in the shop. That rotary blade fell off.
That's
pretty important.
That's always a bummer, yeah.
Yeah. Hate when that blade falls off.
Yeah, scratch yours. So, I wish we could have waited just a little bit on this visit, of course, but, hey, the season has ended. It did so. It came to a close for you Wednesday at the 2A Vandalia Regional. Greenville, 1 out.
Yep, ran into a Greenville team who went over there and watched their game with Vandalia on Monday, and they were swinging the bat much better than we had seen earlier in the year. And Wednesday when we got to that game, they flat out put it to us. They put together a big second inning, and we never really were able to get a number of opportunities going offensively. As the score shows, 7-0. But we scrapped and clawed, just never could break through and get it going. We had drew a number of walks, hit by pitch, and had 4 or 5 hits on the day. So, when you look at your number of opportunities, the opportunities were there. We just lacked that key hit in a key moment to get us out of the gate. And, unfortunately, they blitzed us with a pretty big inning there in the second. And, credit their pitcher. He was very good all day. He was predominantly a one-pitch guy who spotted it just tremendously all day, had everybody off balance in terms of coming in, working away, working up, working down, and he did a nice job. And and Greenville's always going to be a tough out. They're
right.
We got a gritty, scrappy group of kids. They're well coached. They play hard. They play clean baseball. They don't make a lot of errors. And anytime you're playing them, I don't care if they're the 1 seed, the 10th seed, whatever the seedings may be, they're gonna be a tough out, and they're gonna go down swinging. So they were they were better than us on Wednesday.
And those seeds can definitely be in flux in baseball too, with the different pitchers and so forth. I guess it was Brock Nelson who got the call the other day. Did you happen to square off against him in early April, or was it somebody else?
In early April, we saw Brock Nelson in relief.
Oh, okay.
We didn't hit him till late. They actually started Wcxo, big tall kid who played first on Monday first and middle of the order hitter for them. And Wcxo was the young man who threw it was 6 2/3 of that game. So the pitch count got him out of there, and then Nelson came in for that final batter or two, whatever it was.
Right.
But yeah, we like I said, credit their pitching staff.
Right,
He
exactly.
did very, very well for pitching around a number of walks that he had. Got out to a great start. First two guys got on, and then we had a base running mistake, and then he settled in that inning and really, pitched in and out of trouble, and he was a bulldog that day. He did a nice job.
Kyle Petermeyer certainly gave you an opportunity after that 6-run second inning, didn't he? He did a very good job in relief.
Yeah, Kyle came in after the second inning. We got him hot for inning 3, and he did a real nice job of coming in, kind of putting out the fire and giving us a chance to get back in the game. Unfortunately, offensively, we just never got started, never got going. And but Kyle certainly gave us a tremendous chance there in the last 4 or 5 innings of the game. So he, from a personal standpoint, Kyle was able to kind of go out of his high school career with a really nice performance in relief, and then he got on base a couple times. He had another big hit for us which actually put us in a 1st and 3rd situation to get an opportunity to again try to get going. Unfortunately, we didn't, but Kyle really had a tremendous season for us. He was a workhorse for 4 years, and both playing a position, being a pitcher, and just did a lot of really good things. We're going to certainly miss him and all of our seniors.
Yeah, if I have these right, Kyle, 363, almost 20 RBIs, and then on the mound, he won a couple of games for you with a really nifty ERA through a lot of innings. So that's the kind of two-way player you want, a successful one.
Yeah, I think when looking back at Kyle's 4 years and even this year alone, man, he was just a very, very successful, very, very wonderful player for our program that we're quite proud of, and always happy with. We get a lot of good kids coming through, and Kyle, good kid in the school and good kid on the field. So it was I think you never want to be done, but Kyle certainly kind of left in a very positive light for us.
You had a real nice 4-game winning streak late April, very early May, even won 5 out of 6, and then was kind of up and down, win one, lose one. Huh? And you're right, offensively, those last 3 out of the last 4 games. In 3 of the last 4 games, you only totaled 2 runs, had that 6-3 victory over Mount Vernon, but the bats just kind of went silent.
Yeah, I think a lot of what was going on by the end of the year is we just flat out we had gotten tired. With the spring like it was, and this is on me. Spring like it was, cold, rainy, everything else. I started filling dates, and all of a sudden we were playing. We got a good stretch of weather, and we're playing about every day. And I think it just kind of wore down the kids, honestly. And that's kind of that's on me. I kind of anticipated we were going to be losing some dates late with all the early cancellations for conference stuff, so I was wanting to fill dates as many as I could to make sure we were getting enough games. And
right.
Lo and behold, Mother Nature got us in a different way. But no excuses. We realized we had kind of bigger goals for this year, and the team talked about it after the game, and we and we're eager. We got an eager group who's ready to start getting after it again here. So.
Incidentally, Central lost 2-1 to Newton, so it's Newton and Greenville today. And you closed it off at 15-18, Travis?
Yes, sir. That's what I have, 15-18.
But again, still some highlights for the teams and accomplishments. And then we talked about Kyle Petermeyer. Blake Sellers, as far as guys on the mound, he's another one who handled those shores quite well. Yeah,
all year we pitched the ball very well whenever we didn't get into situations where we walked people or made errors. Typical high school baseball success there. If you don't walk people and don't make errors, our pitchers did a tremendous job this year. Logan Johnson was very good. Drew Timmerman, Parker Nicklin, Craig Ordle, Drew Dant. I can run right down the roster, and all these guys had a nice level of success when it came to what they were able to and willing to give us this year. So,
and you did have a lot of arms, didn't you, Travis? Which is great.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys. I think we had, I believe, just kind of off the top of my head, we had at least 9 guys that were in double-digit innings this year. So we, towards the end of the year, we were stretching guys out a little further to get more endurance, more stamina. But throughout the start of the year, especially when it was cold, we had very firm limitations that we were holding to, being high school players. We don't want to do anything to jeopardize and be of any risk to them. So we were on some hard restrictions for some guys as far as how much they were going to throw and that type of thing. But pitching staff did a phenomenal job this year. They gave us a lot of chances to win, in a lot of games. So I think we're in a good spot. We just got to get over these playoff issues. It seems like every year we're struggling in this Wednesday game of the regionals. So we gotta figure out a way to snap that curse somehow.
I definitely, and if you want to mention someone else, that's great. But Nick Berg, one of those standouts at the plate. He had a few less ABs than some, but 382, 18 RBIs. He did a really good job, didn't he?
Yeah, Nick Berg was kind of a guy that when we started the year, we looked at him as being kind of a JV guy. Early on, when we were having some offensive woes, we had a varsity game one day and a no JV game, so we dressed him varsity, came in, got a big pinch hit double, and he just kind of rolled from there. He took advantage of some unfortunate injuries we had, and he was able to take off with that spot and kind of never look back. And other than towards the end of the year when he had a little bit of a nagging hamstring and leg injury, he was really, really electric all year for us, at the plate and on the bases. So looking forward to even more from him next year.
And since you mentioned
Nick did a tremendous job.
And since you mentioned bases, how about stolen 16 apiece, right, from Tyler Hitpass and Caden Shookman? I love that part of the game. It's not emphasized too much anymore, at least at the higher levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of the things we talked about coming in, athleticism-wise. We felt like we had a lot of athleticism that we were going to have to take advantage of. Base running, base stealing in the high school level is something that's very important, obviously, but it's got to be something that you take advantage of, especially when you've got athleticism. And we kind of prided ourselves on the fact that we were going to be extremely aggressive on the base paths. And I think for the most part, we definitely benefited from that more times than it hurt us. So, yeah, Caden and Tyler did a tremendous job. Both those young men took the base running portion of practice very serious. That was something that they worked on very monotonously and meticulously, just to be better and better and better about. And I know there were games where Tyler hit past that young man for doing a role that kind of gets overshadowed as a courtesy runner most of the time. He came out of these games looking like he was in a war, like he was just beat up from dirty, cut up, little blood here, bruised.
Love it.
And but I tell you what, he was a grinder, man. He came out of some of these games with looking like he flat out went to war with all 9 of the other guys, but he did a nice job and didn't complain. Took the role very serious and did a lot of good things. So
great. Well, Travis, have a good off season, and I know some of these kids are going to be playing elsewhere this summer, or at least I hope a lot of them do, and then retool a bit and go out in 2019 and get that copter fixed, please.
I know I got to get the helicopter ready, and I'm looking forward to seeing these guys play in their various different forms of summer baseball, and be hopefully a very enjoyable summer.
I think it will be. All right, Travis, thanks for showing up these past couple of months.
Hey, you bet, man.
We'll see you.
We'll see ya. Travis
Gepke of the Breeze Modern Day Baseball Knights. Trivia is next.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career.
It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
I'm SIU Hall of Famer Amy Hari, and I'm talking softball on Max 96.7.
Get unhungry for only $5 at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Dig into the $5 All-Star Meal with 4 different meals to choose from, like the Charbroil Double Cheeseburger and Jumbo Hot Dog, with natural cut fries, a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie, and a 20-ounce drink. Pick a $5 All-Star Meal today from your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's, plus the entire Red Burrito menu. Get unhungry at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with the Klosterman Agency handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn you discounts and actually help you get ahead. Call or email me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, and get to a better state with State Farm.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio on a Saturday morning. I'm just back from the royal wedding, of course. And seeing Harry and Meghan, the new Duke and Dutch, or the only Duke and Duchess. How's that work? They're just bench warmers, aren't they? That's all I can figure out. Let's go to trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
I don't really think that was Game of the Week worthy, but hey, Hey, this trivia. Let's go to that. You are eligible to play unless just someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you cannot be affiliated with or related to anyone at Max 96.7 or Easy In Travel. Or for today, hey, it's not just a bar. It's an adventure. It's the Blue Room in New Minden. Tammy is turning over a $15 gift certificate just for you. If you win, you need to pick up the prize within 30 right here. Here's the question at 594-2576, 594-2576. I'm going to stay with pitching for another week. Who was the last hurler to throw a perfect game? Felix Hernandez, R.A. Dickey, or Matt Cain? Which of those 3 guys was the last arm to rifle a perfecto? Felix Hernandez, R.A. Dickey, or Matt Cain? Come on in at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches' apparel and officials' gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hello, everyone. From Mornings with Scott and Casey, I'm Scott Patrick, inviting you to join us for a Max On Location broadcast coming up Following Talkin Sports, we're on the air at 10 from the Shelter Logic second annual factory sale at Arrow Sheds in Breeze. We're on location starting at 10, and we invite you to join us for this big factory sale that starts at 9. This sale continues until 2. At Arrow Shed in Breeze, you can save up to 75% on sheds, canopies, garages, pop-ups, and more. So much more. We're talking getting ready for summer 18 with foldable chairs and lawn items and deck items and so much. You're going to have to come see for yourself. See and save when you join us today from Arrow in Breeze. Our broadcast coming up at 10 following Talkin Sports. We'll be there, plus complimentary food and drink, Antone's Concessions Catering and Bakery, and XL Bottling on hand for complimentary food and refreshments. Plus, Holiday World tickets, your chance to win as we get ready for Summer 18. We'll send you to Holiday World. Save big today from Arrow Sheds in Breeze. It's the second annual Shelter Logic factory sale, and we invite you to join us on the road on Max 96.7.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
We return. Rip here in the Weekly Ford studio for Saturday morning. Incidentally, Monday night, we'll have the return of Al Crocker on the IHSA Bass Fishing Tournament. Western baseball coach John Grunnett will clue us in, and maybe G.G. Corman from the Central Cougars. We'll see what pans out along those lines. Yeah, I got a text. Yes, as opposed to Tex and Cashman and other Yanks, of course, LaRussa he had no clue about Big Mac and Canseco's PED use. None. And if you believe that, he was the father of the steroid era. Hey, we've got a winner. Thanks for the calls. Let's go to the question and answer. Who is the last pitcher to notch a perfect game? Was it Felix Hernandez, R.A. Dickey, or Matt Cain? It was the Mariners' Felix Hernandez. King Felix. He dazzled the Rays in a 1-0 victory on August 15th, 2012. Cain was perfect against the Stros on June 13th of that year. R.A. Dickey's knuckler was never completely spot on, but get this, he did fashion a one-hitter. Actually, back-to-back one-hitters. Pretty special there. And our winner this morning is Blake Haig out of Trenton. It's been a while since he grabbed a victory, and he gets a $15 gift certificate to the Blue Room in New Minden. Let's square up with the H&H Computer Services guest line now for Trenton and Carlisle Lady Indians softball coach Jay Wellen. Jay, welcome back.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right, and I thought you might be in the mix for that 2A Lawrenceville Regional Crown, but Flora edged your Lady Tribe Tuesday night by a deuce.
Oh, yeah, well, that was a good game, too, but it was back and forth the whole way. We actually had the lead going into the bottom of the sixth. We were being over 5-4, and then I don't remember the girl's name, but same girl earlier in the year hit 2 home runs on us, hit a 3-run homer, and kind of put it away for him.
So she was the same one who tagged you twice earlier, huh?
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, sir.
Wow. How many outs at the time, Jay?
1 out.
1 out.
1 out at the time. Girl on first and second, and she made a good hit. Little girl, shortstop, she plays over there, but she's got a big swing. I'll tell you that.
Must have. I wonder how many she has. How many she has on the year, but it was a well played game. Defense and everything, Jay.
Yeah. We had a couple errors. We got ourselves out of trouble quite a few times when they had base runners. On base, but I think there was a total of like 33 hits in that game or something like that. So both sides. I think they might have had 17. We had 16. It was a lot of offense going on for sure.
My goodness, grateful ratings there. So a lot of kids stranded too. Must have been some nice plays as well. And Brooklyn Smith and Kylie Smith, right? The Smiths they popped home runs too for the good side.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what. Kylie Smith played like a true senior going out in her last game. She was 3 for 3 in that game, threw the ball well on the mound, and like I told him at the end of the game, probably the biggest play for her had all day was intentionally walking her in the last inning to get us another base runner on, which would have been the tying run. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get a hit. We got out to the third baseman. But that's how it goes.
Yep.
That's the game. So
That's that diamond game. But your kids played hard all the time and definitely competed and won their share. And just on the round trippers side there, Kylie, I know Brooklyn had a few. How about Kylie? Did she 2 or 3?
That was her first one.
It was her first. Okay.
Yeah, and it was the same thing as last year. She hit her first home run last year in the first game of regionals.
Okay.
So she's one of those big time players. The stage has got to be set right for her.
Yeah, she's like
she goes
Reggie,
to work,
man.
But you got it.
The straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah, just like her dad and grandpa, both.
That's true.
Big time players. But yeah, she did a good job. She had 354 for us this year. There wasn't the power that was there, but she got a lot of big hits for us. And, did a great job. She's going to be sorely missed next year for sure.
What about Brooklyn? Her overall season, outstanding.
Oh goodness! Well, starting the Cahokia Conference, just our Cahokia game, she had 615. She had 24 hits, 39 at that. Yeah.
She might have upped it since the last time we talked.
Yeah, she had 6 doubles and a home run. I mean, she was spot on all year. I think she ended the year total. She had 489 for us with 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 5 homers. So she's definitely a big bat in the lineup. And she did a great job. She even increased some of her totals from last year. She led us in every offensive category except triples, and that's because she was tied.
Who else had the same amount of triples, Jay?
We had Callie Michael had 2, Kaylee Perez had 2, Angelina Shaw had 2, and Brooklyn had 2. So
Callie hit at least a couple of home runs, didn't she?
Yeah, Callie, did a nice job, and her average was a lot higher with people in scoring position than it was when she came up with nobody on. She had a lot of big hits for us. Into the season with 19 RBIs, which is pretty good too.
Yeah.
So overall, she did a fantastic job. My seniors this year did an awesome job. We're losing a big group this year, so it's tough to see them go. But like we talked about the first time, I told you, we started off pretty slow this year. I think 0-6, 0-7, but it wasn't worried because we were building for the end of the year, and that's when we've been playing our best softball.
Well, yeah, you did that.
And in that last week, or 2 weeks, we lost 1-0 to Centralia, 6-4 to Columbia, 4-0 to Freeburg, but we got 3 people thrown out at the plate, so you can blame that on me. Just trying to make something happen.
Easy, Okendo. No, you're fine.
Yeah. But, we did a lot better, in the last 3 weeks of the season, really started, gelling as a unit. Like I said, we had a lot of young girls at the beginning trying to figure out their role on the team and, figuring out what they were even capable of at a varsity level. So overall, we had a pretty good year, after the rough start. So
you swept the Westland tournament I guess that was just last Saturday, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Yep. We got second in the Sparta tournament earlier in the year.
And second in Sparta.
Yeah, we lost to Chester, which had a good team. I think they had, their leadoff batter hit a grand slam off of us to seal the deal. She signed to Mizzou.
Mizzou's had some great teams.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then, like I said, we played real well in the Westland tournament. Best part about that was defense. We didn't give up any runs in either of our games. So.
Love that. Did they name an all-tournament team by chance?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Nope.
We
just got a little hardware plaque and came home with it and put it in the trophy case, buddy.
Okay. And you were coach and third base coach of the tournament, I believe.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Okay.
Didn't get anybody thrown out that.
See? Unblemished. So the final record, though, as we just close out that part of it, how do you feel? I know you're 3-7 in the Cahokia there, a solid league again.
And it is, and and once again, not taking anything from Westland or Salem, but we lost the game to Westland where we were up 6-1 going into the 6th inning. Lost 7-6, and then Salem, we played them a real good game, and they ended up beating us 4-3 in 10 or 11 innings earlier in the year. So we had that good chance of going 500, which is very good when you 2A team in the 3A conference. But we lost a couple close ones, but 3-7 overall is not bad. I think we were 4-6 last year. So we're just trying to improve that, get to 500, and build it up so we can take home the prize one day, buddy. That's the plan.
You got it. Columbia, of course, they just dominated at 8-0, and I don't think they've lost yet, have they? And Freeburg's one behind.
No.
Central. You split with Central, who's still alive today, over at Breeze MD.
Yeah, I heard they had a good game with Modern Day. Yeah, Gigi does an excellent job over there with those girls. We played them earlier in the year and beat them. I think it was their first game of the year. They got rained out like their first 7 or 8 games or something like that.
I think they had one inning in for about the first 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. And we beat them at our place, and same thing as last year. We beat them at our place, and then went over there and they got it from us. So yeah, but they're good squad, good girls over there. Wesselman does a nice job. And then their other senior Sellers, she's definitely a good player too.
And just to round it up for my satisfaction, Jay, what was your overall mark this season?
We were 10-16.
10-16. 10-16.
Yep,
3-7, 10-16. So, but yeah, we talked about a couple of your players. Who else would you like to? We can't. First of all, your seniors, the 4 seniors who are going by the boards, of course.
Yeah, Kaylee Perez did a great job for us this year. She was second baseman last year, moved over and handled shortstop with Hannah gone this year. And just looking at her overall total, she had 395 for us with 15 RBIs, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. She did a good job, 9 out of 9 on stolen bases. And then also Megan Holtman didn't hit a lot her freshman, sophomore, junior year. Got almost every bat in this year, hit almost 300 for us. Got down a lot of sacrifice bunts, hard worker. One of the, best fielder we probably had out there besides Kayla Gooderslow. Did an excellent job. Not a whiner at all, 100% all the time. Didn't matter what we were doing. She was all in for it. So, those girls are definitely going to be missed. And they're going to be some hard shoes to fill come next year for sure.
Callie and Kaylee and Kylie and Megan.
I just say let's go K.
There you go. And let's see. But you have some good returnees. And of course, Brooklyn Smith. You have her. She has a 1 year left on her contract. So that was a good move by you, Jay.
Yeah, we signed her for another one. No, we got Brooklyn, Emily Gepke, who was our DP this year. She'll get position time next year, possibly even do some pitching for us. She had 327 on the year. Kayla Gooderslow, which, I can't say enough about. She did a tremendous job increasing her average. She struggled at the beginning and ended up hitting just over 300. But what's impressive about her is her glove is outstanding. There's not a better glove around than Kayla Gooderslow, and I guarantee that. And plus, she is absolutely wonderful at covering bunts. She is in there quick, and she gets rid of the ball quick.
Which is big, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of action.
It is big in the softball.
Yeah,
game,
she's steady.
Sure.
She's another one of those good athletes.
Yeah, we got a young girl who did some catching for us from Brooklyn pitch this year, Jalen Comel. She'll get a lot of time. She'll probably be, most likely be our catcher next year. Hannah Leaf will take second base next year, who's another good player with speed. She's more of a slapper and a bunter. And then moving over, Angelina Shaw to shortstop. I got Harley Roman coming back next year. She struggled at the plate this year, but her defense in the outfield was excellent. So I'm looking for her to have a bounce back year. And Lexi Shaw, my right fielder, leadoff hitter, who again struggled. You talk about hitting into bad luck, and that's most of her year. Most people just go through a little slump with it, like Brooklyn earlier in the year was creaming the ball. She did it all year long, sticking the ball and just hitting it right at people. So, she should have another good year next year as well.
You are going to be more than fine. Hopefully you got a decent amount of freshmen come in, too.
Yeah, we do. And this year we had 6 freshmen come out for the team that were playing JV. Jaden Lowe, Grace Rinsing, Elisa Mateer, Chloe Smith, and Haley Leaf. And then next year I think we already have 4 or 5. I think a couple of my freshmen will be going to Modern Day, but majority of them will be staying at Carlisle. So that's always good.
Very good, Jay. Well, thanks for your trips to talk. Oh, one more question. How'd the mushroom season, how'd you finish up there? Did you take the championship?
No, I don't know. We took the championship this year. We had a couple good days. It wasn't as good as usual, but they're a lot bigger in size. So, yeah, it was a rough year this year for us.
Okay.
Hey, you have that every once in a while.
It happens to the best.
Just like softball, buddy.
Right.
It comes in cycles.
That's very true. Hey, thanks a lot. Another good year for you, Jay.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Appreciate it. Thank
See
you.
ya.
Right,
Jay Wellen of the West. He's from Trenton Westland. That's where he played baseball. He's still playing, right? County ball for the Trenton Miners. That's Jay Wellen of the Carlisle Lady Indians softball team. He's the head honcho. We've heard from Travis and Jay. And up next, it's Rick Sherman. Rick's back. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years. On Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Hello again, Rip back for one final angle here in the Wigman Ford studio on this Saturday morning. Travis Gepke has been on the line, so has Jay Wellen. And now we toss out the H&H Computer Services guest line to Germantown and Reds manager Rick Sherman. Rick, welcome back.
Thanks, Rip. Thanks for having me back on again this year.
And we're about set to go. By the way, at the outset, I normally have the championship manager on first by tradition there, but the Aviston Aces, they don't begin until next week, so hopefully I'll have on their new Ryan Cooper. They have a new skipper, Rick, and so hopefully we'll have him on next Saturday to talk about his club. But you guys start tomorrow, and you're well aware of the Aviston Aces, Rick. You had quite a duel with them last year in the finals, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a real good series with them. I mean, it was, if I remember right, I think both games were a 3-2 score, and that Aviston came up on top on both of them. And it was just a real good series, a real hard-fought series, good defense and good pitching in both games, and just came down to some timely hitting in that, and they prevailed in that. So, yeah, Aviston's a good club in that, and I kind of looked at them as a fighter team to beat again this year, and that they're the reigning champs. So
you're putting that target on their back, right, Rick? That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won 2 games to none, but they were good games, good competitive series again, and not only that, you have to have this, but the atmospheres, man, at each place was really good, just the way it ought to be.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a number of fans at both places for the 2 games, and that it just brings so much more excitement, especially to all the players out there, to see that many fans come out and watch the games, and that a lot of guys don't get to see that many fans at the games, and I get to see a little bit of a taste as to how much Clinton County League baseball means to all the towns in here. You know, it's been around, like Kenny Havel said a couple weeks ago, we're going into our 74th year. In that, so that baseball means a lot to this area.
Yeah, I'm glad it's still in good form for sure. And the Aces, that was their first. There was some good food and drink there too, wasn't there, Rick? I don't know if you got some.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. So the Aces claimed their first championship since 2008, and you came close. You came close again, but 1969. That's kind of hard to believe, Rick, but you are definitely knocking at that proverbial door.
Yeah, I mean, the program's come a long way here in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
We had several down years here for a while, and And we've been saying for, last 5-6 years, if we just keep this together, we got a lot of young kids coming up from Germantown. We're actually getting several kids playing ball again from, coming up, and they're starting to get to that age where they can compete at this level and that. And if we can keep them going and they keep interest in it, man, I think Germantown can be very competitive here for the long-term future. And that when you look down into the ranks down into the high school, and that is how many kids are playing and the amount of talent that is there. And that I think we can be right there knocking on the door. We kind of joked last year, we got swept by Markelso 2 years ago, 2-0, and Aviston 2-0 last year. Better games last year, a little more competitive. If we can just get that one win in the championship series, that's going to put us over the hump, and we can bring it home then.
You are just shy. You know what, Rick? I wish I was at that age where I was meaningful, but those days are gone.
They're long gone, aren't they?
Yeah, just flashbacks, and I make up most of my memories, so that's all I got to hang my hat on. But hey, by the way, in the playoffs, you didn't have an easy road either. I know we're down to 7 teams in the Final Four, no 6 and all that, but you had to win twice before you made the finals.
Yeah, we had to. Centralia played Beckemeyer. Just that was a game in the middle of the week, and Centralia came out on top. So with them winning against Beckemeyer, then we had to have that play-in game on that Saturday, and to even get to the first round of the playoffs to face Martelso and that was another hard-fought game, and John Freck through for Centralia and he kind of had us all. He had us shut down and and we was able to come through at the end of the game and get a few runs to win that game. And then
that was 3-2, wasn't it, Rick?
Pardon?
That was 3-2, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah,
I
think they might have been up 2-1 or something.
Real
like
good
that.
game.
I remember it was 2-1 or 2-0 going in. I mean, late in the game, the 8th, 9th inning, and we scored right at the tail end of the game to come out on top. And that was another hard-fought game. We had just lost to them a week before, or 2 weeks before that. John had shut us down, and we lost like 2-1 to them. And I was like, oh boy, here we go again. But the guys kept fighting and kept scratching, and we was able to pull that one out on top of them and move over to Markelso, the next day.
So you might have a few new additions. Otherwise, from 2018 and even before, or most of the guys back on that roster for you.
Yeah, we're our roster's pretty well it's stayed the same. We picked up a couple guys in that. We're younger players in that. We've really only big addition. We picked up another catcher in that. Ricky's been our catcher for the last few years, and with his job now, he's not going to be able to make all the games in that. So we was able to pick up another catcher. But otherwise than that, our roster really hasn't changed at all outside of the additions of some younger kids coming up from Germantown and that. So it's it's to say where I think we got the potential to have a very good season again. If we play good baseball, I think we can be right there at the end of the season.
I certainly think so. And and teams are always shy a player now and then, and it's always good to have that extra catcher anyway. But I imagine most of your guys will make it on a pretty consistent basis.
Yeah, we've got our solid, almost 10 to 12 guys that show up every week. They just love to play the game and that. And some of the new ones, a couple new ones we picked up last year in that. You got a little taste of it, going into that championship series. We talked about it with all the fans and that is they just can't wait for the season to start tomorrow and that. We've been sending messages back and forth, and they're all fired up. They're ready to go.
Love to see that. Love to see that. And your team is at Beckemeyer against the Eagles for the season lid lifter. And who pitches for you tomorrow, Rick?
We're probably going to have Jerry Hockey will start in that, and then we'll just kind of go with that. And we're basically, I'm looking at, I got 3 solid pitchers, I think. Jerry Hockey's been there all year for us in the past. And then Tyler Morgan threw for us last year, threw real well. And then Trevor Corman, he's been on a roster for a couple of years. He didn't play last year. He was coming back from a leg injury. He hurt his senior year in high school, and it was something with a hamstring or something. So he didn't play at all last summer and that. But he had a pretty decent season over at Wcxo. So it'll be nice because he's a left-hander in that, so that gives us we got 2 righties and a lefty in that I think we'll be able to go pretty good. And we got a few other guys that are pitching, they're capable of pitching in that. So
you can maneuver that bullpen too, Rick. You managers love that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's good. But tomorrow you start off against the Eagles over at Becky, and then that's about how quickly the season goes too. But next week you'll be it's your home opener against the Bartels. Well, Barts, of course, they are the regular season champs at 11-1, and boy, that'd be a tough one. Again, that'd be one good club again. Glenn Corbin, Big Arm never fails.
Yeah, no, they've always got Glenn's always got a good solid roster there. I mean, that core players he's got, they're competitors in that, and every game's going to be a tough one in that. So, yeah, I think Beckmeyer will be real tough tomorrow. And then you said in Bartels, in that we got them there next week for our home opener. In that, that'll be a tough battle in that. So hopefully we get started on the right foot here the next first couple weeks here.
Red Shandings Field looking good.
Yeah, it's looking real good in that. We just if we can keep all this rain away here, we'd be in a better shape than that.
Yeah. You never know how that's going to flow, but that's great.
Right.
Great place to play now, and you have that temporary fence put up, which is super.
Yeah, that's really added a lot to our game out here.
Yes.
Instead of that open field, just having that, even if it's this portable fence, it plays like a regular fence and everything, and it just adds so much to the game, and it makes it feel a little more like a true game of baseball, So
we had
that's been exciting since we put that up.
We had the commission on last Saturday, Ken Hazelhorst, and of course the schedule pans this out. 7 teams again, but that's sure it fit the bill last year, didn't it?
Yeah, it worked out pretty good in that. You get that buy in there, and that kind of works out. As guys, if they want to take a vacation or whatever, it kind of works out to get that route in that. So ideally, you'd like to have 8, but having 7 is still good. I mean, we're going to have seven strong teams.
Exactly.
In that. So it's better to have 7 strong teams than have an 8 team that's going to be questionable whether they can even field the team every week. So it's better to have a strong teams there every week. The 7 strong teams in the league every year. So
quality, not quantity, Rick. Just like getting dates, Get the good-looking girl
right.
just a couple times instead of the ugly one all the time. But and no All-Star game this season. What's your take on that? You okay with that, or?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, we talked about it in depth and everything, and it's just kind of harder to get everybody out there for that Saturday, to play that All-Star game. So I think it's a good approach in that, as we're talking about. Maybe we'll skip it this year and come back to it next year. We'll recognize your All-Stars on your team at the end of the season and that.
It's the main thing.
I think it's a good take. You just kind of step back and and then come back at it next year and everything. And maybe it'll renew the interest in it a little bit with the guys and everything.
No, that's as long as they recognize them, that's the main thing. And did it actually? I'm trying to think what Ken said last week. Did it actually shorten the season by a week or not? I guess you just played the night before.
Man, really, the shortening of the season, when I kind of looked at, we always squeezed in that All-Star game around the 4th of July because we always had a break that weekend, and that's when we kind of played it.
Right,
but
okay.
With the 4th falling in the middle of the week this year, we're really not even putting a bye in the schedule in that because the 4th falls on a Wednesday, so we're playing the week before and the week after instead of having a bye week there right around the 4th of July.
If the championship series goes the distance, it will conclude before Labor Day, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then if it goes that extra, not so bad. So you get a lot of those college kids stay in tow there. So all right, Rick.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to be the replay review official this year, so you'll be glad to know that.
Okay. Well, hopefully you can get them replays out and get the decision out a little quicker than the Major League team does.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do that job. I'm not going to pay attention because I hate that stinking rule. So you're just going to have to abide by the umpires, which is the way it ought to be.
That's why. I mean, they do a good enough job. We don't need no replay.
The replay guys get it wrong half the time too. It's still all by human element there, even the way you look at the replay.
Right.
So, all right, Rick, man, appreciate your time. Good luck on the 2018 season. We'll see you around the CCL parks.
Okay, I appreciate you having me on again. Thanks, Rip.
Rick Sherman of the Germantown Reds. Our thanks to him, and also to Jay Wellen and Travis Gepke. Monday night, it's Al Crocker, John Grunert, and Gigi Corman is at the flip of the coin right now. Our trivia winner this morning, Blake Haig. Blake Haig from Trenton. He captures a 15 to the Blue Room in New Minden. It's not, you know what it is. It's an adventure. That's what it is, by gosh. We'll see him Monday night. And we are getting closer to having Paul Lusk on, too. Touch base with him again today. He's been rather busy since that move to Iowa and Creighton. We'll see him Monday night between 6 and 7 on Talkin' Sports. Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.